It was supposed to be an ordinary evening flight from Chicago to Atlanta. Full cabin, tired passengers, and the usual scramble for overhead space. But everything changed when Marjorie Kent, a sharp-tongued woman in her late 50s, stepped into row 14. She stopped abruptly. In seat 14, sat a calm, well-dressed black man reading a newspaper. Marjorie's face tightened. "I'm not sitting next to him," she announced loudly, her voice sharp enough to cut through the engine noise. "Give me another seat, I don't feel safe." The cabin fell silent. The flight attendant tried to defuse the moment, but Marjorie only grew louder, accusing, insulting, letting her prejudice spill out for the entire plane to hear phones came out immediately. Passengers recorded everything. The man in 14A, David Harper, didn't say a word. He simply closed his newspaper and waited. Finally, security boarded to escort Marjorie off the plane for disruptive behavior. She screamed, insisting she was the victim. But as she stepped into the jet bridge, one of the officers dropped a quiet bomb. "Ma'am, do you know who you were yelling at?" She scoffed. "I don't care who he is." The officer raised an eyebrow. "He's Special Agent David Harper. He's actually flying to Atlanta to testify in a federal case against a trafficking ring you're involved with." Marjorie froze. Because it was true. What nobody on that plane knew was that Marjorie wasn't just a noisy, hateful passenger. She was the final suspect in a federal financial laundering case tied to a violent criminal network. And David Harper had spent months tracking her. She hadn't refused the seat for safety. She refused it because she recognized him. Harper looked at the officers and nodded once. "Go ahead and cuff her." The passengers watched as the woman, who moments ago insulted a stranger, was now led away in handcuffs. The plane erupted in applause. As the flight resumed and the captain apologized for the delay, David returned to his seat, unfolded his newspaper, and said calmly, "Justice always finds its place."